Jai Sri Krishna. I have no idea as to how many, if any one of you, are looking for a way out of this existence called sansar. I don't know. In sansar, as we have read before in this chapter, it is run by Devata, and human beings do bhakti of either Devata or Parameshwar. There are only two entities who you can do bhakti of. But there are a lot of people consider many human beings as Paramatma also, Bhagwan. They call them Bhagwan and they do their bhakti. That is totally absurd. Has no meaning. When they are doing that, they are still doing bhakti of some Devata. Now, Devata and Ishwar, there is big difference. Devatas are the powers or Shakti of Ishwar. All their powers come from Ishwar. So, and whatever Devata does is Trigunatmak and causes bondage. Devata always wants something. If Devata gives you something, they want something in return. That is a fact. Because a lot of people go to some shrine or wherever and they say, if my work is done, then I'll come here and do this and do that. If you don't do that, then Devata becomes angry, doesn't like. And that's why Bhagavan Krishna said in Gita, Devata gives pratyavaya nark. And Bhagavan says in Ishwar Bhakti, pratyavayo na vidyate. Pratyavaya is not there. Well, why is that? Because Devata wants something in return. Always. Ishwar doesn't care. He doesn't want anything in return. He has everything. He is ultimate. Okay? There is nothing else beyond it. So why? He is Anandamaya. He is always in his own bliss. So he doesn't want anything. That's why Devata Bhakti, whatever you do, is fine. Bhagavan said, do whatever you do, how you can do it. There is no ritual there. Don't make it as ritual. Okay? Devata Bhakti, there is ritual. You have to do this first, then do this, then do this, then do this. If you skip a step, then your whole exercise is futile and you get in trouble then. Okay? So this is the big difference. In Gita, Bhagavan teaching us as the way out of the sansar. Gita teaches us the way out of the sansar. That's the primary thing in Gita. It has gyan about moksha or eternal freedom. Atyant sansriti. Ched. You must know what is gyan, what is moksha. Unless you have a burning desire called vasana, to know this, you cannot move forward. You have to have burning desire that I want to know this. Then and only then you will pursue it. It's like anything somebody wants really bad. They'll go to any length to get it. That is the kind of desire one has to have for moksha. Moksha is total freedom from all past and present karma. Freedom from past karma and present karma. And freedom from creation of any new karma. That's what moksha is. This means that unless you are willing to let go of everything and not wanting anything, you do not understand and are not really ready for moksha. Please note that Maya is everywhere in the sansar. Either earlier we saw that the Jal, Ajal and Chitjal, they are the three bhavs of Maya. All functions of Maya take place under the three gunas. Everything Maya does, everything happens under three gunas, controlled by three gunas. All Devata exists and work under Maya. The existence of Maya is under the sovereignty of the Sadbrahm. Sadbrahm is sovereign. And under the sovereignty of the Sadbrahm exists Maya. Sadbrahm is Nirgun. The bhav of Brahm does not take avatar. This bhav of Brahma, Sadbrahm, it doesn't take avatar. It never incarnates. All existence is due to his sovereignty. The one who does our uddhar is the Saguna Brahma. And he is also, that Brahma is also Nirgun, but takes on all the powers and takes avatar. He is also called Ishwar. This bhav of Brahma is called Ishwar. Maheshwar, as Bhagavan Krishna has described in chapter 13, slok 22. So in the next four slok, Bhagavan is emphasizing the Parameshwar Sarup with its effect. The Parameshwar Sarup with all Shakti has omnipresence. Okay, the Parameshwar Sarup is omnipresent. Sarv is everywhere. Sarv Vyapak, that's the word. One of the many Shakti is the Sarvatmak Shakti. What are these Shaktis? The Sarvatmak Shakti. Sarv Vyapak, also Sarv Atmak. Meaning that without him, nothing will exist. He is the Atma of everything. And this Shakti is everywhere. Bhagavan now is telling how it is everywhere. This is the description of Parameshwar Sarup along with its effect. Bhagavan says in this slok,
Yadadityagatam tejo jagadbhasayate Yacchandramasi yachagno tattejo vidhi mamakam.
Yadaditya gatam tejo. The radiance in Aditya. Aditya means sun, Surya. Jagat bhasayate akhilam. That illuminates the entire Jagat. Akhil means entire. Yat Chandra Yasi, that which is in the moon, and Yat Chagno, and in the fire too. So the Tej in sun, which illuminates the entire mandal, earth, and in the moon, and in the fire. Tat tejo, that radiance vidhi mamakam, you know that to be my own. Meaning that it is due to the sarvatmak dharma of Ishwar. That is how Ishwar is sarvatmak. Without that sarvatmak Shakti, there will be no radiance in the sun, moon, or fire. There will be no Shakti there. Fire cannot burn. Fire also illuminates. And sun illuminates, a lot of fire comes out of sun, right? And moon also has illumination at night time. Next, Bhagavan is telling how all pranibhut are sustained on the earth.
Gama vishya bhutani dharayamyaham pushnami chaushadhi sarvaha somo bhutva rasatmakaha.
Aham, and it is I who avishya gama, as existing the earth, entering the earth. It is I entering the earth. Dharya, support. Bhutani, all prani bhut. Okay. Ojasa, with my ojas means my Shakti, my power. Sarvatmak Shakti. And Bhutva, becoming Rasatmaka, Rupa, or Amritmaya, Roop of Som. Somo means Chandrama. Sarva Aushadhi Pushpami, I nourish all the herbs. So in the last slok, Bhagavan talked about how sun's power illuminates the entire Jagat. Is this now Bhagavan is talking about the moon. So first he said all the power in the sun is mine. It is his power which illuminates. And now Bhagavan is talking about the moon. It is his Shakti that is working in the moon to nourish plants. See, all medicine have their origin in plants. That's why the rainforest is very important. Ayurvedic medicines are all plant-based. Now when the sun shines, the plants manufacture food through the process called photosynthesis. But all plant growth occurs during night time. So in the morning when you go to your garden, you see the plant has really looking fresh and new because it grows at night. It works during the daytime, manufacturing the food. Then at night time, it uses that food to grow. In Hindu belief, at Sharad Purnima, Amrit is showered under the light of the moon. Right? That's why you put some food outside and in the morning we get Amrit in that thing. Right? So here too, the Shakti of Parmeshwar works. Bhagavan is saying that the Shakti of the earth to support all beings is his. See, earth we call Mother Earth. Without earth we cannot survive. Everything is coming out of the earth. All the gold comes out of the earth, all the food grows out of the earth, everything comes out of the earth. And Bhagavan says, That Shakti of the earth is due to my Shakti, due to me. If that is not there, nothing can exist. Not even earth can exist. And all food and medicinal plants are nourished by his Shakti through the sapful moon. So the moonlight has its own cool feeling. You feel pretty nice. In the night time when there is full moon and nothing else there, then it's really very nourishing. Even the farmers here, old time farmers used to plant during certain phase of the moon. So they say the plant will come to certain height or grow so far and the moon will be showering more power, more light on it, and it will produce more food. Nowadays people don't believe it, but that's how old farmers used to believe. This means that in every living entity, be it an insect, animal or plant, it is the Shakti of Parameshwar that is constantly working all the time. We should not forget who is sustaining us, who has brought us here, who is looking after us, right? And how. So here Bhagavan Krishna is telling how his Shakti does all this. It is Shakti of Parameshwar that is constantly working. This is due to the Sarvatmak Dharma of Parameshwar. He doesn't do anything. Parameshwar does not do anything. It is his Shakti which is doing everything. His Dharma directs the Shakti to do what needs to be done. We humans live with a Shakti called calories. We also need Shakti, right? And we call it calories. Right? It is the Shakti which runs our body. We don't have calories, body will not function. Unlike plants, we must consume calories which body uses. Plants manufacture their own food. We must consume food to get calories to run our body. So, which is better? Plant is self-sustaining. We are dependent on everything. Yet we think we are everything. That is the ego in human beings. All these calories come from some form of food, an. From this correct food for the human or plant. Okay? From this what we can say the right food for humans is plant-based food. Because plant manufacture their own food and we have to have the calories, and the plants, even the animals people eat, they also consume plants, right? So fish, they eat also plankton and all that. It's all plant-based, algae, right? So what is the proper type of food for human beings? It's the plant-based food. Even nowadays they are putting plant-based meats now, right? They give the flavor, but it's coming out of plants. So that is the correct kind of food for us all. Now Bhagavan tells that the Shakti to digest and assimilate the food that is consumed is also his. So he has plants producing the food which we consume, and how we digest is also his Shakti that works in digesting that food. So the whole thing is about human beings now here. And all other animals. It is called Vaishwanar. The word Vaishwanar comes from Vishwa, and Nar means leader. The one which runs the sansar. The Shakti that keeps us alive is a fire in our body that digests the food we eat. So in the stomach is called, there's three kind of anal. Davanal, Badvanal, Jataranal. Right? The anal or the fire in the stomach is Jataranal. That's Vaishwanar, Bhagavan is saying. That is his Shakti. So when you eat, it digests the food to the point that it can be assimilated and convert into energy to run our body. That is because of his Shakti. So the next shlok we take now.
Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritah Pranapanasamaयुक्तः Pachamyannam Chaturvidham.
Bhagavan says, it is I abiding in the body of all prani bhut as the fire, Vaishwanar. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. Associated with the vital forces, prana, exhalation. When you exhale, it's prana. Apan, when you inhale. Digest and assimilate the fourfold food, four type of food. So we eat the Vaishwanar anal, that fire digests the food, and our breath, when we breathe, it helps create energy. Okay, you need oxygen in there. And that anal abides in the stomach. The fourfold food are consumed by us are, one is through mastication, sucking, licking, and swallowing. So we eat food in four ways. We do mastication. Like mango in old days, we suck on it, right? Get the juice out of it. And so on and so forth. There are four types of food. In the next slok, Bhagavan is talking about the influence of Ishwar Sarup.
Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritirgyanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyo vedanta kritveda videva chaham.
Aham, I am Sarvasya Hridi, in the center of all beings. In all of us, he says, I am there. That is, in the Brahmarandra. Where he is? He is in the Brahmarandra. You know what Brahmarandra is? Kapal, no, on the top of the brain. That's Brahmarandra. Sahasra, Kamal. So he says, I am in everyone in the Brahmarandra. Ishwar is in the Brahmarandra, from where all activities of the heart, Hridi, heart, are controlled through three nadis. Three nadis. Watch out. They are Ida, Pingla, and Shushmana. So I looked into it, and Ida has some effect, And Pingala has another effect, and Sushmana is the center nadi, which goes from Mooladhara all the way to Brahmarandra. Sushmana originates from Mooladhara chakra and terminates in the Sahasra chakra, which is in the Brahmarandra. The vital pran runs through these nadi. That's why when they do pranayam, you breathe from one side, exhale from the other side, breathe from that side. So there are two nadis, they are there, and the center there is Sushmana nadi. They are all connected. There are several chakra. In our body there are chakra. So they are all connected through these nadis. So Bhagavan says that I am in the center from where all life processes are controlled. Okay? If somebody is brain dead, he cannot control anything, right? Out of control, no control. So everything is controlled through Brahmarandra. He says, I am there. It's my Shakti that is there. And how? Sannivishta. In Antaryami form, meaning the form that exercises control from within. You say Paramatma is Antaryami. Antar means within. Yami means niyam, to control, regulate. So that is what Antaryami means. So Bhagavan says, I am there in the Antaryami form. And I exercise control from within. Our whole body is controlled from within. You realize that? No outside forces are controlling it. If some outside force does something, then you resist it. The force within will resist it then. And mat, from me only comes the smriti, the memory. Bhagavan says, the memory also comes from me. Power to memorize is from him. Where the memory, you say he's got brain, he's got, the memory is in the brain, correct? And that's right there, Sahasra Chakra. And Bhagavan says, I am there, I am controlling from within. And my Shakti is also giving you memory to memorize things. Smriti, memory, Gyan. He said, I also give, I am the one who gives Gyan. And Apohanam. Apohanam means it is I who takes away the Gyan. Bhagavan says, I am the one who gives you the Gyan. He is situated, I am situated, he says, in your, not in brain, in your Brahmarandra, center of control, in the control center, I am there. I am running everything from within. I am giving you the memory to understand Gyan and memorize the Gyan. And if you do not behave properly, I can even take away the Gyan from you. If you do not follow the Gyan, I can take away the Gyan. Will not stay with you. Long time ago, we said that there is a understanding, there is a saying that the milk of lioness can only be kept in pure gold urn, right? Cannot stay in anywhere else. What that means, this Gyan will only be there in our mind when our mind is pure. So unless your mind is pure, Gyan will not stay. As soon as there is impurity comes in Gyan, even if you got a little bit Gyan, it'll go away. And how you get purity in your mind? By following the Gyan, practicing the Gyan constantly. In Ishwar Marg, just Bhagavan says, I will guide you, but you have to do everything. Okay? It's not, I'm not going to do anything, because Ishwar doesn't do anything. He's a karta. Devta does things. Devta can do something for you. Right? And that's how you get into bondage. But Ishwar doesn't do anything. He only guides us to go on the right path and do what we need to do. And He's watching all the time also, if you're doing correctly or not. If you are following properly, He'll guide you further. He'll help on the way. But if you fall, He'll pick you up, as long as He understands that you are sincere. And He knows everything, because He is, we just read, Antaryami. He is within, He's watching from within every move we make. Okay? So, apohanam chavi, He takes away the Gyan also. So He gives the Gyan, and if you disqualify, it's taken away. You lose the Gyan. Sarva Vede aham eva vedyo. All Gyan is my Gyan. Whatever Gyan there is, he says, is from me, is my Gyan. Nobody else's Gyan. Even Devta Gyan comes from Ishwar. That is, all Gyan is my, and I am to be known from it. You know me only through Gyan. So He gives us the Gyan through which we can know Him. Otherwise, there is no way we can know what Paramatma is. You cannot go read in the book and say, I know what Paramatma is. No. And he says, I am the doer of the Vedant or the Upanishad. Upanishad could not exist without Ishwar Gyan. Cha aham eva, and I am indeed the Ved. Here the Ved stands for Gyan. And so Ved means the Jnani, one who has the Gyan, is Ved. Ved is Gyan, Vid means who knows it. So here Bhagavan is saying that I am within you, doing all, running the vitality, memory, Gyan, taking away the Gyan. Here He is not the Ishwar. Here it is the Ishwar doing any of this. Ishwar is not doing any of this. What He's saying, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, it's not Ishwar who is doing this. It is his Maya who does all this. Ishwar has set up rules through which things work. Maya is the one who does, because it is Shakti of Ishwar. The Ajal Maya doing all this work. Ishwar is non-doer. Above all, he is saying that the Jnani is dearest to him. In chapter 7, Shlok 16, Bhagavan has said that there are 4 types of Bhakt who worship me. Then in Shlok 17, he says that among all these 4, Jnani is the dearest one to me. Jnani is my Atma, Bhagavan says. He is my Atma. Same thing he is saying here. In the next Shlok, Bhagavan talks about the Prani Bhut as perishable and the Atma is as imperishable.
Dvavimau purushau loke क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते.
There are two meanings of this shloka. In one explanation, it is said that loke, in the sansar, there are dvavimo purusho. These two types of purush, these are kshar and akshar, perishable and imperishable. Sarvani bhutani, all bodied of bhut, prani bhut, are perishable. He says, according to this explanation, the kshar is the embodied prani. Kutastha akshar uchyate, and the jivatma situated in it is imperishable. Here kshar or the perishable is for the kshetra, which is the body, and akshar for the imperishable is for the kshetragna. In chapter 13 we read that. According to Ramanuj and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are two types of jiva in sansar. One, having received jnana, have risen above. They have risen above everyone. They are kutastha. They are mukta jiva. And the other one, baddha jiva. They are baddha jiva. One is kutast, means who is free from sansar, and another one is still in sansar, in bondage of sansar. The former is akshar. He says, in this shlok, he says, former is akshar, the one who has risen above. And the latter one, he says, is kshar. He has got to come over and over again in sansar. So he says that is kshar, perishable. We now take the other meaning. The word kut, kutastha, right? The one situated in Kut. Kut has two meanings. One means mountain, just like Chitrakoot ke ghat par, right? Kut is mountain. And the other is lie. Lie is also called Kut. In Punjabi they call Kut. Huh? Kut means lie. Jhoot. Here the correct meaning of Kut is avidya. This avidya or ignorance with jeev, that is Kut, since it does not stay forever. And it is therefore kshar. The avidya with jeev is kshar. But jeev is akshar. Okay? Now, according to Swami Shri Chakradhar, there are two aspects of jeev. One which is in bondage, baddha jeev, is kshar, and is in both the pleasure and pain. The kshar jeev, which is in sansar, experiences both pleasure as well as pain, right? Our karma phal consists of both pleasure and pain. So the one who is kshar, who is in sansar, experiences pleasure and pain. This jeev is in sansar and is in both pleasure and pain and goes from one phal to the next. So this is the aspect of being kshar. The one which is mukt has gone into Ishwar and is not counted in sansar. You cannot even count that jeev. But there is that one which is Akshar. It is, and it does not change. Akshar means it doesn't change. Kshar means it perishable, means it changes. It goes from one phal to the next phal. So he's in sansar. That jeev is Baddha jeev. Then there is Akshar jeev. It does not change. These are those jeev who go to Maya. In Maya, there is only pleasure or pain. Maya only gives two kind of phal, pleasure or pain. Devta gives the phal which has both pleasure as well as pain, right? But Maya has either, you go to Maya either to experience pleasure or experience pain. So, and there is a third place in Maya, it's called Avgala, where there is no pleasure, no pain. So, these three are Akshar. If Jeev goes to Maya Phal, he gets only pleasure. Then Jeev, and then Maya also have what they call Nitya Narak, eternal hell. So those Jeev who go there, they are always experiencing pain. And there is no change into it. So both of these are Akshar, according to Bhagavan Sri Chakradhar. The Kshar is the one who is in Sansar. And the Akshar is the one who is going into Maya to experience the pleasure or the pain. The five Bhut have nothing to do as described by Maya, Ramanuj or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Vallabhacharya, where they say this body is Kshar and Atma is Akshar. That's not what meaning here is. The Kshar is the Jeev which is coming into Sansar over and over again. Akshar is the Jeev which goes beyond Sansar into Maya. He gets either pleasure or pain. And the Mukt Jeev is the one which gone beyond that and gone to Ishwar. It doesn't get counted. So Kshar and Akshar has these meanings here. So there are two aspects of Jeev. One where Jeev experiences the pleasure and the pain in Sansar within Prapanch, and the other where Jeev is situated outside the Sansar under Avidya, which has been called Koot. So when Jeev is in Maya, is situated in Avidya. So Kutastha. Here they experience either pleasure of Chaitanya Maya or only the pain in the Nitya Narak, eternal hell. Maya gives either pleasure or pain, whereas Sansar Devta gives the mixture of both. You understand now? So now we take the next shlok.
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्तव्यय ईश्वरः.
Now besides these, there is one called Uttam Purush. Here, according to Shankaracharya Vedant, the Kshar is body and the Atma is Akshar, and the Uttam Purush is the supreme who is superior to these two. Therefore, according to Vedant, if the Kshar, Akshar and Uttam Purush were three separate ones, then why in the last shlok Bhagavan said, Dvavimo, two Purush. Here become three Purush. Therefore, they say, what they explain that is this way. They say that there are two Purush. One is Kshar or perishable, and the other is Akshar, the imperishable, who is also Paramatma. Okay? Because they say that Atma is also Paramatma. Correct? Then there is a question that if the above concept is true, how this shlok, or means 17th shlok, can be explained. There they give the example of man and a woman and a couple. When the man and the woman were single, they were separate. However, after they are married as a couple, they become one dampati. Okay? So the couple is not separate because because man and the woman together become the couple. So they are no separate, they are all one. Therefore, the Paramatma is not separate but is only qualified. According to Swami Sri Chakradhar, Jeev are situated in avidya and in sansar. There are two places Jeev are situated, one in sansar, one in avidya. The Paramatma is separate from these two. In the end, both Kshar and Akshar, having become like Paramatma, they become one with him. Okay? So both Kshar and Akshar, one Jeev which are in Sansar and the Jeev which are in Maya, both after Gyan, getting Gyan, they become one with Paramatma. Therefore, when Jeev exists, both Kshar and Akshar, he becomes one with that Supreme or the Uttam Purush. Therefore, in this shlok, Bhagavan said, Uttama Purushattonyah Paramatmeti Hudrahrata. Uttam Purush, that Supreme Purush, to Anya is separate, and Paramatma iti Udahrata, and that is called the Paramatma. Separate one is called Paramatma. Ya Lokasya Yama Avishya, who enters in the three lok and Vibharta Abhya Ishvara, and is imperishable and supports, sustains all and is Ishwar. It's called Ishwar. That's the Uttam Purush. So the next shlok.
Yasmat ksharamatitoham aksharaadapi chottamaha atosmi loke vede cha prathitah purushottamaha.
Yasmat, because aham, I, atit, transcend, ksharam, the perishable one, the jeev, experiencing pleasure and pain in the sansar, and aksharati api, akshar, those in the phal of maya also, atah, therefore, loke, in this sansar, cha vede, and jnani of Veda, or means jnani, who knows the jnana, pratita, known Purushottama as the Supreme Purush, because I transcend the perishable and the imperishable in sansar, and in the sphere of jnani, I am known as Purushottam. So jnani knows, Bhagavan says, jnani knows me as Purushottam. Separate from Kshar and Akshar, jnani knows me as Purushottam, Uttam Purush. Therefore, next Bhagavan says,
Yo mam evam sammudho janati purushottamam sasarvavid bhajati mam sarvabhavena bharata.
Bharat, Arjun, yeah, the one asammudha, who is not deluded by the wonders of sansar, who is not moved. Janati mam, evam. Know me as in this way. In this way he knows me. What he knows me as? Purushottama, as the Purushottam. And what does he do? He knows that I am Purushottam, separate from Kshar and Akshar. So what does he do with that Gyan? Means that person, bhajati, worships Mam, worship me. And how does he worship me? Sarva vid sarva, meaning everything of the sansar, and vid means knowing through Gyan, he removes moh through Gyan and thus knows the real nature of everything. We don't know what reality in everything because of moh. But once we get Gyan, the Gyani moh disappears and he sees the reality, what everybody's reality, what they are up to, what they are. Thus, armed with the Gyan and freed himself from moh, he worshipped me with sarva bhaven, constantly in every way, with every bhav, sarva bhaven. Everything, every action he does as my bhakti in accordance with the Gyan. So what he's saying? The Gyan is the key. Once you get the Gyan, moh disappears. When the moh disappears, you see actually Purushottam, you see the Paramatma. And then you worship Paramatma, do his bhakti in every way. How can we do it? Well, we are still in moh, we are still in sansar. So Bhagavan Krishna says, do it everything for me in my name only. Only in my name. Just for me. Saying I am doing it for you. Because now I know that everything that I have is given by you. There is your Shakti, Sarvatmak Shakti everywhere. Running this body, giving the memory, giving me the Gyan, giving everything. Digesting my food, providing me food. Right? So, I am doing whatever I do with this body, in this body, I am doing it for you and you alone. That is bhakti. The one who is a jnani looks at sansar as wonder. Right? Like a while ago we were saying, will the rocket go up or didn't go up? Right? We look at wonder, it's so nice. We went to the moon, this is all the wonders of sansar. That's all it is. Jnani doesn't mean anything. Jnani only sees 4 things. What are these 4 things? Jeev, Devta, Prapanch and Parameshwar. He knows these 4 things. He knows everything then. What all these wonders of the earth is, wonders of the world, sansar, it's all prapanch. Right? And Bhagavan in the very beginning said, Urdhmula Madhashakham. Prapanch is coming down in the making the sansar, but it's controlled from the top. His roots are rooted in Devta Shakti. So that's what's running this whole prapanch. Jnani knows that. Whatever happens, happens. Doesn't want to get attached to it. I have nothing to do with it. Because his goal is asanga shastrena dranena chitva tatha padam tatpar margatavyam yasmin gatada bhavantu bhuya. He wants to cut through all this prapanch, all this show, all this pomp and all this glitter. Get out of it. And find his own peace in Paramatma. So, a jnani, to them, it's all wonder, boy, very nice. I got the timer in my house, so light comes on time, goes off on time. My goodness, I don't have to do anything. Alexa is doing this and doing that. It's all prapanch, that's all it is. When the power goes out, nothing will work. Right? Nothing works. So, it's all man-made stuff. It has no basis to it. Essence. Tattva means tattva. It has no tattva in it. It has not its own power. Somebody is generating power. How we generate power? During generators, right? Through propane, natural gas, or whatever. Or oil, right? Or coal. It's all khanij padar. It's all coming from the earth, born out of earth. And Bhagavan has given all this. So it's not ours. We're just doing it through Devata Shakti. So that's what samsara is. Nothing else. And when this power is taken away, it ends. So only when one knows me through Gyan, Bhagavan says. You cannot know, Bhagavan says, you cannot know me any other way. Only way you know me is through Gyan. And I give you that Gyan to know me. You follow now? You cannot just go and get Gyan in the supermarket or wherever, or order on Amazon. You cannot do that. Ishwar gives the Gyan only to those who are worthy of getting the Gyan, who can keep the Gyan. Okay? He gave a little child, a 15-year-old, a car. Right? He is liable to go in an accident and kill himself too. So Bhagavan says, I only give Gyan to those who can keep it. Because once a person gets Gyan and doesn't keep it, becomes patit. He fall from the grace then. And that's it. For whole creation, this creation, he will never get Gyan again. So he's very careful giving Gyan only to those who can keep it and use it for their own benefit, for moksha. Whereas otherwise, he will remain deluded and thus entangled in the sansara. So, only through Gyan we can know him, and with only the real bhakti we can do is through Gyan. No, nothing, no other way. Because Gyan tells who is Paramatma, who am I, then I can do bhakti of Paramatma, who is Purushottam. I am Kshar, I have to do bhakti of Paramatma, Purushottam. So Bhagavan ends this discourse by saying,
Iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam maya nagha etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakrityascha bharata.
Anag, O sinless one. Bhagavan calls Arjun Anag. See, Bhagavan really liked Arjun very much. Nobody else he liked as much he liked Arjun. Because here he says, O sinless Anag. Arjun was straightforward. He has no chal, no kapat in his hair. He was very transparent. That's the right word. Okay? He didn't hide anything. He asked the question right away. While other people were deceptive people, right? So he says, O sinless one, Bharat, Arjun, it guhyatamam. This most profound and secret shastra, uktam, has been imparted, has been said, Maya, by me. Etat buddhva. Knowing this by tattva. Not just by words, by tattva. With this essence. Krat kratas satyata. Krat kratas satyata. All his actions are correct. The one who has this Gyan, all his action become correct action. He will never do wrong action. And according to Gyan. Such a person will do the correct action which will lead them to Paramatma, Purushottama. It tasati Shrimad Bhagavad Gita Supnishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yog Shastre Shri Krishna Arjun Samvade Purushottam Yogo Nam Panchadasho Adhyaya. Shri Krishna Arpan.